Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be sharing with you today my newborn must-haves. Clearly it's taken me a while to get this video up because this is my most recent newborn. He is now 6.5 months old, so he's not so new anymore, but I'm excited to share this with you. I do hope it helps a lot of new moms out with just what is most important, what to focus your budget on, and let's get started before the little guy needs his nap. The first thing I wanted to go over is that I really think it's important to have a boppy of some kind. I actually had 2 boppies and I used both of them a lot. So I will show you both of the ones that I had. I have just the regular boppy pillow for nursing and I really liked it. It does help. I am a taller person, so it did help with making sure that he was in the right position when I was learning to nurse with him. So that was very helpful. And then I also have the boppy lounger, which is this one here. And let's see. This one here, so it's quite a bit bigger, and then the baby just lays in it. I do have to say I did use that same exact boppy lounger with Madeline, and she liked it a ton. She would sleep in it, she would just hang out in it when I was doing stuff and getting stuff done. You use it while they can't roll over. So it's not like a super long-term investment, but it did help me a lot as far as having a safe place to put them, a comfortable place to put them, and they both really enjoyed it. So that is on my must-haves list for sure. The next one is going to be a smaller item, so it's just having a nice, soft, fluffy blanket. I have one for each of them that I used as like their main blanket in the hospital and just stuff like that. So it does have sentimental like value, I guess you could say. It's sentimental to me now to have these 2 blankets. His is this blue one that you see here, and Madeline's is like a fluffy pink one with gold sparkles on it. I love both of them. I use them, like I said, in the hospital. I use them on the boppy lounger, and then it was just nice to have something cozy because both of my babies were born like fall winter. So it was definitely nice to have something cozy to put them both in. Beckett, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, ouch. You got me, mister, you got me. Okay, the next thing that I have on my list is for feeding purposes. And gosh, he really got my hair. Oh. Yikes. Okay. It's for feeding purposes. So both of my babies breastfed for about 1.5 months, and then we had to switch over to formula for a number of reasons, but it was doctor suggested. So we did do that. So once we switched over to formula, we did start using bibs. So I wanted to include this for any of the formula moms out there that might be curious about what bibs are really good ones. I got a pack of these copper pearl bibs, and they are amazing. They're super thick and really absorbent, so they catch a lot of their drool when they're older. Like right now at Beckett's age, he uses them for some drool problems when he's teething. So I still use them now even when he's 6 months old, but I found them really helpful because they're so absorbent compared to a lot of the other bibs that just didn't like, it would soak through really quick. So I love the copper pearl bibs. I'll link a lot of this stuff below if I can find it, just so that you guys can see what I got. But those usually come in a pack of like 12, so that's really nice. The next thing that I wanted to include in that is a good burp rag. I absolutely love these burp rags. They're Aiden and Anai. I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but they're really big and long. Sorry if this one's kind of nasty. It's definitely been used. And then you can drape them over your shoulder like this, or when they're older, you can use them as a bib. Show it off, mister. It's kind of like a massive cape bib type thing, but they work really well, and I like them for burping when they're younger, and he does still use them when he feeds today. So that's really nice to have something that is useful and practical when they're baby, but can be used throughout the early months of their little lives. Do you see yourself over there? Do you see yourself? Say hi. Say hi. Okay, let's keep going so we can get this one done. Okay, so the next thing is I would suggest getting a number of really cozy and stretchy swaddles. This one my sister got, it was from Gymboree. This one was not so stretchy, but I did really like it. Okay, so this brand is my favorite. I use this same brand. This is Aiden and Anai as well. So these swaddles, they sell them at Target, probably on Amazon, I'm sure. Bye Bye Baby has them too, in a bunch of different designs. We love these ones. They're just barely stretchy so that they can kind of hold them in there really tight, but they're really breathable because they are pretty thin. I'll show you guys. if he lets me. They're pretty thin. I don't know if you can tell, but he loves them. He still uses them as blankets today. Madeline used them for a long time. She doesn't anymore, obviously, but I would highly, highly suggest the Aiden and the Nye swaddles. Another one that I've heard of that's a really good company for swaddles is Lulu Company. They're on Instagram, and I'll tag them below as well, but those ones look like a dream. If I had seen them before I had him, or before he was out of swaddles, I definitely would have bought a few of those too. Okay, the next thing that I think is essential, both of my kids love theirs. Beckett isn't even really a pacifier boy. Like, he does okay with them, but he doesn't like need them all the time, like Madeline did, is a Wubbanub. He just took it from me, so I'll hold him up. He has his Wubbanub here. So it's just a little stuffed animal that's attached to a pacifier. Madeline's favorite was her monkey. His is his little moose. They love them. It makes it really easy for moms and dads, because if they drop it as a newborn, it just sits kind of on their chest. It doesn't fall to the ground. So I really like that. It also gives them something to snuggle with. It's been like a source of comfort for them. And then once Madeline was too old for a pacifier, we just cut the pacifier off, and she still gets to keep the little like animal that was part of her original like comfort. So I think that is really cool. But obviously he likes it right now. So the next thing that I wanted to go over is my nursing basket. So this was really handy, or I guess feeding basket, while I was nursing, and then I also used it once I switched over to bottles. But it was especially handy in those first couple weeks when everything is like so new and raw. So let's go over. So I just got a cheap little like plastic bucket. This one's pretty big, but you could go a little smaller than this, but this was, I think, in the dollar section at Target when I was pregnant. So what I kept in this basket is spare breast pads, so that if you needed them after your feeding, you could use them, or if you needed to change them out. I also kept my lanolin in here. I used the Lansino brand, and I really liked it. I'll link it below. I kept snacks in here. Lar bars. I would keep like a couple of my nursing cookies in here. Nursing cookies are seriously life when you're nursing. So if you need a good recipe, let me know in the comments below and I can share mine with you. It was amazing. I kept my charger in here. I actually have two chargers, so I just kept one in here so that wherever this bucket went, I always had my charger just in case I needed it. I know that sounds crazy, but if you have nursed a baby at night when you're falling asleep, you know why it's important. The next one was a couple of Madeline's diapers, just to have them close by. I know that sounds kind of weird, but as you move throughout the house throughout the day with both of them, it's just kind of easy to have all of your essentials with you. So I would keep wipes in here too. I don't have them in here right now, but that made diaper changes really easy. If I just finished feeding her or feeding him and needed to change her, everything was right there, and I didn't have to run around the house to try to find the pieces that I needed. I also kept my iPad in here. This was helpful for mostly nighttime feedings. I could like set it up over here and just have something on so that I could stay awake or be entertained or whatever, because those nighttime feedings can get draining quickly. And then also I kept some stuff in here that kept Madeline preoccupied. I feel like, let's see, when he was born, she was not quite 2. She was like 11, let's see, 11. She was like 2 months before being 2. So she was just now, I just introduced kind of stickers to her, or she just became interested in stickers, I guess I should say, and coloring. So I kept a little pack of crayons. Beckett wants the crayons. A little pack of crayons in here, and then I kept sticker/coloring books in here. So they're just super thin, different types of them, so that I had something if she came up to me and was bored or kind of needing my attention, I could play stickers with her. They're easy to do one-handed, so you can have your one hand free, can be playing with your toddler with them. So I found those really, really helpful in those early days of nursing before she kind of got used to having baby brother around needing my attention. So that was kind of my nursing basket. I also had chapstick in here and just kind of random stuff to keep that I needed mostly throughout the day. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to go over is the docket. This thing has been a lifesaver. So this is Beckett's docket. It's kind of dirty, sorry. But it is the docket deluxe, and we absolutely love it. I would highly suggest getting one if you are looking into baby products to buy. It is a higher priced item, but I would say it's 100% worth it. My husband, who is extremely budget minded, even said he thought it was worth it, so that says a lot. And we got ours with an extra cover so that if anything happens, if he spit up in the middle of the night, if he, you know, wet through his clothes during the middle of the night, we could just change the cover, have an extra one, and not have to worry about it. I would suggest doing that. We did get ours on one of their sales, so if you wanted to look for a sale, you could do that. I've also seen them recently at Marshall's and Target. So that was one of the main things that really helped us with sleep in the beginning. It also helps since we have a toddler, this would help if it was your first baby as well, but with a toddler, you move around the house more often. You can't just be where the baby's at. So it makes it so that I'm able to have a safe place to lay him while I was playing with her, or if she needed something, or if he was taking a quick nap. Newborns sleep all the time. So it was a safe place to lay him that he was used to and comfortable, and I felt like he was safe there. So I would highly, highly suggest getting a docket top for sure. If we ever have another baby, we will definitely be using this one. I'll probably get new covers, but we'll definitely be using it. I am thinking about getting the Grand, but I just can't decide if I want to do that in his crib or not. They're not really suggested for cribs, so that's why I'm trying to wait. I think they're more for like toddler beds, so maybe we'll get one for Madeline's toddler bed. I'm not sure. But yes, I would highly suggest the docket top. The next couple things are still kind of around my room because we are still using them. So I'm going to pick the camera up and show you those couple things really quick. This is our sound machine. It's the Hatch sound machine and I love it. Adam and I have actually gotten so used to it that we said when he moves into his own room in the next couple weeks, we want to get one for ourselves. It has a bunch of different sounds, different light colors. So here I can show it to you really quick. So it lights up, so it's kind of a dim, it's like a really, really dim nightlight, which is really nice. And then it has all different sounds. You can change the volume and everything. And then you just touch this silver ring right here to turn it on and off. So it's really handy, and I would highly suggest it. I will link this below as well. And then the next couple things are right over here. We don't use this anymore, but I brought it up to show you guys. This is the Rock and Play. This we used all the time with Beckett. We never really let him sleep in it, and I'm glad because they just came out with their warning about babies sleeping in it. So if you're looking at this, don't use it for sleep. I've heard there's been some incidences of babies having issues with sleep in this product. So I would just check it out for yourself before you decide what to do. I personally would not let my baby sleep in this. I just felt like it wasn't the best place for him to sleep. I wanted him to get used to sleeping in his bassinet and in his docket top. So, but this one I would suggest because it does have, down here you can see it has the self rocker on it, which was really nice because then he could be sitting here rocking and I could be playing with Madeline, or if you're a mom, a first time mom, your baby could be rocking and you could be getting work done or house stuff done. It's just really handy to have the rocking feature on there. And then the last one that I wanted to, let me zoom out. Okay, and then the last one I wanted to show you guys is our changing station in the master bedroom. I feel like this is super important and really handy because, let me sit down with him, because in the early stages, I guess we had Beckett sleep in our room, so it kind of depends on where you have your baby sleep. If you have him sleep in your room, I think it's super, super handy because it's all right here. So I would walk from right over there to right over here to change his diaper, change his clothes if he wet through his clothes, have extra burp rags, all kinds of stuff, extra swaddle blankets. It's kind of empty right now because it's getting close to laundry day, and so excuse that, but we would use this all the time. We just keep his lotion, his diaper cream, and his wipes up at the top, and then everything down below. It was so handy. We did not do this, sorry for the wiggling camera, Beckett's trying to grab it. We did not do this with Madeline, and I wish we would have because it was a lifesaver. Alright guys, that concludes my newborn must-haves video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it helps some of you new mamas or dadas out there find the products that you want for your baby. Oh, Beckett. It's okay, just a second. If you have any questions or need any insight from me, leave them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.